back there, so it's not black, but I think it's either black or gray.
So where would I look for that?
I don't know because I don't have my StreamYard open, but
branding.
Huh?
Is it in branding?
Yeah. It's all.
Hey, there I am.
They're like
Found
colors. Yeah, well, you can change. I just got the notification. Where you can change like the colors, the people's names, their colors and stuff. You can do all that in branding.
That's all pretty much stuff you got to pay for, though, isn't it?
No, if it's on there, you don't have to pay for it.
Background. There we go. Upload. Wait a second. The free plan comes with one example.
Told you. It's like a gray one or something. How come our names aren't there, by the way? You screwed that up. Where's my name?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Right there is where my name's supposed to go. Right there.
I only spent like 20 minutes setting all this stuff up today. And I didn't even do that. It's not like there's nobody else here. There's yours. Now, how do I choose who it's going to go?
The Comic Dawn. What's happening?
Wait, that goes to the whole thing. I want to pick one just for you. How do I do that?
It should have already been an option when you set this up. So you forgot to set that part up.
I see how to kick you. What? Where's the option?
Superhero reviews. What's happening? We're here just to make fun of Barbarian, who's like an old man with a new toy. He does not know how to use this.
I do too. I can call you names.
That's the wrong person. You're calling yourself jerky face there, fella.
No, it's not.
Wait,
rename folder? No, that's not.
Everybody point and laugh at the old man as he's going, what in tarnation does this button do?
I'm having issues. I'm going to click it.
NYC wants to know what the bid's at.
Oh, yeah, the bid. Right now, we're auctioning off. I'm so used to doing this pointing at you because you're on the other side. We're auctioning off Garrell's Oilers hat. One of a kind.
We're not doing that. I'm on the other side of the bed. You're on the wrong side of the bed. It feels weird. Jimbo Fett Comics, what's happening?
Okay, so I'm going to pick you, and I can add you as a moderator. So now Comic Books NYC is a moderator.
Oh, ain't that about a piece of crap? I better be. Let me see. I better have.
Wait, did you comment?
Yeah. No, Rich. What a jerk.
I don't see any of your comments.
Yeah, the very first one.
No, I don't think so. If it was on here, I would have it.
No, it's on there. I pointed out to the world that you still.
Okay, if I put you in timeout, is that right?
You can put me in timeout, but you can't. Look at this. I can go blah, 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 blah. So you can put me in timeout in the chat all you want to.
Yeah, well. Hey, I'm just learning stuff. Joey Bag of Sevens, you get to be a moderator. I'm doing this here live stream right now.
Joey, I was told that you were supposed to be joining us, Joey Bag of Sevens. What happened there?
Yeah, I sent a link to him. I was hoping that he would come on.
We wanted our first appearance. We have a right.
That true first picture that Jay Blitz put up, that doesn't count.
See,
we need a real first in continuity. But no, I was setting up my computer. I just got this laptop, and I'm setting up the stream and everything so that we can start doing our auctions again. We used to do the Tuesday night auctions starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now that I have my laptop and I have StreamYard and I have my phone all working as one cohesive unit, I know I don't have our names, but someone's going to teach me how to do that. We're going to start doing that again next week.
Do you want me to do this whole thing as the wrestler? Because I know you love the hey-o. You wanted me to do the whole thing as the wrestler, Chico. I know you love the wrestling.
I'm just going to add everybody as moderators.
Look how he's ignoring me. What a
Hey,
jerk.
look, we got a visitor.
What a jerk. He's ignoring me.
It's my secretary.
Where's your camera at, secretary? I see just a face. Where's the
You got your mic muted there, buddy. We can't hear you. We can't see you. We
You
could.
can't
I would put
see
you up
me.
here like that, but since
And
we
all
can't.
the ladies want to be with me, yo.
Dan, you gotta turn your freaking mic on. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying,
Holy shit, is this
oh, there he is. Okay, good.
Hello.
Holy
Well, you
crap,
know-
he is an Asian fella?
I know people of all ethnicities. I am a what does they call that?
Let me tell you something. For being a bunch of questionable fellas, our comic book club has got to be the most diverse comic book club in all of the man's creation.
Yeah, that's how it is.
What is happening, sir? Did you-
I thought
is
this
that-
was like I could be on YouTube, so I was like, okay, let me jump on.
Is that your art in the back? Did you do that?
The top one I did, the bottom one I did not.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bought the bottom one because I was supporting an artist. So I was like,
But
oh,
guess what? We wouldn't have known the difference. You should have just claimed that shit. So hell yeah, I did it all, baby.
Right? Like, man, this was my first piece. You think that was good?
my first piece right there. Yeah, I thought you guys were on YouTube, so I was like, oh, let me. You might be hearing, people yelling in the back because they're talking. It's just family. Asian
Yeah, I do that. We are on YouTube, though, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So you're
You
live for
You
the
should have
world.
got No Good Comics because he's got the internet now.
Oh, yeah.
No
It's a whole
good.
new world.
Look you there. We got a new moderator.
I was watching The Boys, like a review. Someone's like read the whole entire 12 volume, and I was like, oh, let me watch this because I finished The Boys finally on Amazon.
It's good, huh?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Can't wait for season 2. I think it's coming at like sometime within this year. Hopefully, it's not delayed or pushed back. But
A lot of those are good, though. The Boys was good. I actually liked the Umbrella Academy, too. I thought that was really well done, too.
I did too, yeah. And
that came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, this is pretty good, and then it was pretty addicting.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
yeah, like I had heard about Umbrella Academy, and I kind of heard the story. I had never read it yet, but like Lock and Key. Lock and Key was one where I had heard it was good.
No.
Never got a chance to get any of the, like, number one's been crazy for a while, and then the show comes out, and now it's like I want to get at least the trade and read it. I want to see how different it is.
Yeah, like on Amazon, I think it was Amazon Prime. They put the first, I think it was the first trade, or maybe the first book. I can't remember, but they let me read it for free.
Yeah.
So I read it, and then I watched the show, and I watched the show for about, I think I watched the first episode, then I had to turn it off because, like, it's fine, but I feel like, you know how TV shows do that? Well, they'll jump, where it's like, in one show, they're telling you, like, 5 books worth of stories, and I felt like they were doing that. And they were also changing it just enough where, like, I felt like in the book, there was a lot more insinuation that I don't know if you guys ever read the book or seen the TV show, but it seemed like what set off the whole world, there was a lot more violence and a lot more kind of like mental stuff going on as far as what happened at the very beginning. And I felt like the Netflix show just kind of was like, oops, it was an accident. And the book made it seem like it was a very vindictive, planned out thing. And it made it seem more creepy in the book than in the TV show. So I was like, I'd rather just read the book and then go back and watch the TV show because how they took it a slightly different detour.
Yeah.
It was almost like the Netflix show was like, we'll make it creepy and and stuff, and it's fine. But that way, if 13 and up want to watch it, they still can. And I felt like the trade was like, no, that's not happening. We're going to go straight on, adult stuff. So
yeah, it's kind of the same premise, like how they changed The Walking Dead from the comic to the show, because the comic is so. The TV show, like they're almost at the end of the comic already in the TV show, and the comic just ended, and the comic was out so many years before the TV show. They should still have all these stories they could tell.
Yeah,
but they breezed right through so many of them.
Your boy, I saw an interview one time where he was basically saying he makes so much cheddar on everything from the TV show, from the merchandise to that
Oh
stuff.
God, yeah.
He doesn't even care if it follows the book anymore. He'll just keep writing TV shows. Like he's making that good cheddar, dude. He don't care about that.
See, I did that.
I don't know what's. Speaking of family, I don't know what's going on in my house, but it sounds like my wife is literally about to murder a child, and she doesn't normally get loud. So I'm actually somewhat concerned of why there's so much yelling going on in my house right now. She was, we were really busy today, and she got pretty stressed out, and she had to bring the work home with her. And the kids, they have a little bit of me in them, so they like to poke her whenever she's already stressed out. And I think they might have poked her a little too much. I just heard a whole lot of screaming going on downstairs. And she, like I said, she's really quiet. She doesn't usually yell. And I'm like, oh, that's concerning. But like a good dad, what I should do, the right thing to do would be go out there and make sure everything's all right. So I'm going to do the right thing, the double right thing, and stay right here and pretend like I don't hear none of that's going on downstairs.
What do you mean? I didn't hear no yelling.
What? Barbarian asked me to go on his show, man. I didn't hear anything.
Just put your big headphones on. And then
so she comes in and be like this.
Yeah. It's like my sound quality lacks. So I have to put on the headphones. Let's see what else can I do here? I got something in the private chat. Can you highlight the private chat? No.
Oh, he was just saying he was here. Yeah, you got to watch that private chat.
See, I'm just not into being private.
You're just
I'm really open and out there for everybody. I'm gonna make a banner.
And if he ever sends you an email, don't open it because he is open and out there for everyone. Hey, you know what I just realized? My kids don't know Barbarian Kung Fu's channel, so I can act like a total asshole and do all the cursing and all the shenanigans shit I do on my show, and I get to say it, do whatever I want to on this one. Oh, is that yours? Is that yours?
That was my side.
There you go. Can you hear that? Can you not hear that screaming in my house?
No.
You hear that right there?
I can.
I should take the microphone. If this thing was wireless, I would take the microphone and stick it out the door so everyone can hear. I'd be like this. I should probably go check that out.
But you're very comfortable in your chair, huh?
And plus, I feel like if I did go out there, then I would have to address the situation. And here I could just be like, I didn't know, babe. I'm sorry.
Just put your headphones on, walk outside, listening to music, bump your head. I
feel bad, though, because she worked from like 8 to 8 today. And now she's having to work through the night. And I'm just sitting in here hanging out with my friends, pretending like I don't hear her screaming at the kids. I feel like I'm a little bit of a jerk right now. I don't know what to do. Okay, if I hear screaming one more time, I'll go check to make sure everything's all right.
Don't do it. Then you'll have to do it every single time.
Gotta get you some headphones now.
It looks like Jimbo Fett heard it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, there was something going on. I don't know. It was screaming. Maybe because she doesn't scream very often, so that one time she let it go, it felt good. So she just kept screaming louder and louder, just letting all that anger out.
It's when she starts putting hands on him. Like she finally gets a hold of him. It's like, what do I do now?
She's like Homer Simpson, and I go out there and she's like, got one.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so there's people in here now that weren't here before. So like I was saying, we have no agenda tonight. It's just me playing with my StreamYard live and letting everybody know that we're going to start doing the symbiote auctions on Tuesday again at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I heard that. Was that them?
No. That wouldn't.
That was on Den's now.
That was probably your side.
The only thing playing in my background is some reggae music, making everything nice and smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So yeah, we'll have it back up next Tuesday at 7 Eastern Standard Time, selling stuff. I know Tank said he was going to do it, and I believe Sasquatch said he was going to do it. And so if anybody wants to
And the
sell,
guy below us in apartment 2A, he'll do it too.
Denz is going to do it.
Yeah,
I've
he told
never
me.
sold any books before, but
Tell us how that makes you feel.
what was that?
I said, tell us how it makes you feel that you've never
Wait a
sold
minute. Look at that in his background. Holy shit. That's a can of white things. Do you know what that's for, sir? You can't just leave that like that. You got to put that on eBay immediately. Look at that.
No, it's a box of gloves. So
Denz, are you rich?
no,
Just sitting back there like that.
I save those containers for like other things. You know, I hoard.
Don't you lie to me. I don't even know what you heard. You don't have to lie. You can just say you have them. I know what's in those.
You
Have you
said-
ever read the labels? It says coronavirus on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, oh, after all
I
this
try to
shit-
explain to people. They don't want to listen to me. The coronavirus is just a simple part of the cold flu. It's just a strand. But
it's-
everybody's like, it's a conspiracy, man. This isn't right there on the Clorox box. And I'm
Well,
like,
if it kills the corona, why don't people just eat them when they catch it? Isn't that the theory?
I believe people in our government have suggested that. And I don't.
Yeah, get it inside of you. You could fill it up with light and swallow it like a pill.
Or you could
Water,
just
yeah.
grind up those crystals that people swear by and swallow some of those too.
Crystal light.
No, just the crystals. I mean,
Crystal, you could drink crystal light and kill coronavirus. We've cured it.
you're kind of hippie-ish like that, Barbarian. Maybe you have healing crystals around your house.
Man, you don't even know. I got like these pyramids. They're little like, you know what a pyramid is, but they're made of glass.
yeah.
Do I know
And
what a pyramid is? Did
They
you
create a healing atmosphere. They create a safe space.
Hey,
I don't have any like right here. This is my room. This is all
I
fiction.
call
in
it- I call it a square. I don't know if you ever heard one of those before.
here. No, that's a block. I'm talking about a pyramid.
A square is just a square. It's a
Hey,
block.
we make fun of my dad, my sister, and even Carrie joins on it because he'll do stuff like that. Like he'll show you like like let's say Christmas, it'll be wrapping paper. He'll say, "Yeah, so it's the paper you put around a box. I call it wrapping paper," and I'm like, "What?" Everyone calls it wrapping paper, Dad. And the first time I noticed he was doing that, I got older. I was like, "Why is he doing that?" And my sister, because I never lived with my dad, my sister goes, "He's always done that. You just went around." I was like, "Well, why does he do that?" It's like, I call it wrapping paper. I'm like, "Yeah, so does everyone else." What? But he does that. I'll be like, "There's this thing with wheels, and then it has like a gear." And I'm like, and he goes, "I call it a bicycle." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, we
Oh,
all
yeah,
call it
a bike.
bicycle."
Yeah.
It's got pedals. It's got two of them, one on each side.
And brakes.
Kachung has appeared, which is odd, because Kachung hasn't showed up for my shows on Mondays, but he showed up for Barbarians. Shots fired. I guess you know who the favorite parent is. Wow.
Guess what? Kachung's a moderator.
So what about No Good Comics? Are you going to want to start selling on Tuesdays, No Good Comics?
That's right, because he
Still
was
in
one of our sellers. So
Because
He is.
now you,
Welcome.
sir, have the proper internet.
and we have a new outlet. This
thing.
I don't know if he's still here, but if he is, he can always answer later.
maybe he left. I am pretty boring.
So yeah, so I can do that. I can come on Tuesdays and I can just be wrestler guy and I can do different wrestlers for you and I can just do the whole, and that way
Stuff.
I could be the entertainment for you. I know you love wrestling, so I could be like, yeah,
You can just have a spot.
auction if you will.
We'll put you in. You can be a. See if I can figure out how to make everyone tiny on the side, except for the person I want to be big. I know how to do it where I'm big. I can do that, and I can make me big and you guys small. But I don't know how to make you guys big and me small.
You should probably ask somebody who knows how to run this StreamYard thing.
I bet if I had a professional version, I could do it.
Bet you so. Bet that's what they want you to do.
Yeah. You want me to pay some money every month? You better give me some sucky or some lovey long time shit.
I believe it's for your customers. Why would I want to sucky you?
Tell them to get a Patreon. Pay
Yeah,
$5.
whenever you're the one trying to sell your comic book wares.
Okay. Well, then you better give me a safe and protected way of payment.
It's called investing in your channel and investing in your business. So
I
invest
did invest in my channel. I bought this.
in your spend that $5. Holy Jesus, stop. Look at the
Hey,
comments.
did I get a super chat?
Celebrity. No, celebrity is in here.
Celebrity.
We have a celebrity.
Oops, I just made my screen go away. Moderator.
And this celebrity that came in here only says hi to Den. Well, sir, you can kiss all the white parts of my ass, you damn Yankee. You don't even say hi to me. Say hi to Den.
Well, this is my first live stream. I've never gone on to any before.
Dan, don't defend that piece of garbage. What is wrong with you? He didn't invite you to his live stream.
Nemo Comics is here.
I didn't even see Nemo sneaking here. He a little sneaky.
His name slid past, but it didn't slide past the moderator button. Who else we got? DK. Okay, we got the whole crew up in this piece, yo.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Yeah. Yes, I'm quite more subscribers than Mika Chung. Thanks for pointing it out, you jerk.
What happened?
He's pointing out that you have more subscribers than I do.
You know why? Because I make everybody a moderator. I got to go back to the top because I think I missed a lot of people starting. Comic Don, moderator. Superhero review, moderator. I think that's everybody. Jimbo Fett. Did I make Jimbo Fett a moderator? He's gonna have to write something. I don't know that they're even there anymore, but hey.
I'm gonna start doing bars in a minute. Yo. If they don't get more, yeah. Yo.
Nope. Why is this showing up? Did you do that? Oh. Did you?
Girl, I was introduced to your channel thanks to Barbarian. Son of a bitch.
Mr.
Okay, right now, boot issues out of there. Don't fucking even acknowledge what he says and boot his ass right out of here immediately.
No, because he's right. You got your hat kicked with the gold. Next thing you're gonna be like, "What's up, my dog?"
Banging and clanging and stuff.
Oh, it does. It's just my laptop. I haven't even gotten my webcam yet. It's in the mail. So, yeah, this is the funny. It's a tiny little web book. Like,
do you know why they're saying that? Because you have crystal clear internet, and so your stuff's not.
Yeah,
no, I'm being serious. It's because your stuff looks so good. Because you always had okay, but you always had just the internet was just a little bit kind of queasy, where it would
you had,
stand
kind of the router and stuff, and hold it up like this for some reason.
Oh man, I've always just used the cell service. I have my cell Verizon. Because my internet would never reach out here. So now I have a cord that's plugged into something, and so now it works.
Yeah, behind the scenes, if you know anything about him, his phone gets so hot that he has to leave for a second because he's overworking it, trying to run streams and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll turn my air conditioner on in the window, and I'll pull up the vent just enough to lay my phone on it, and I'll turn it on full blast in between my rounds of selling stuff, so it'll cool off because it gets so hot that it'll alerts and stuff, and it just shuts itself off.
Issues. Highlight that one. Can I highlight stuff? I want to highlight issues coming. I can't highlight shit. Son of a gun.
No, this isn't hers. This is mine.
I was going to say she ain't giving him hers that she's not using. He gets his fucking his. I tried from a couple of years ago.
I got her computer out and I started trying to set it up. And it was the slowest. It's brand new. I'm talking maybe 3 months old. It was the worst thing in the world. It was so bad. It lagged. It literally would freeze when you're trying to open something. And
how much porn does your wife have on her freaking computer?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what have you been doing with this thing?
She's got the coronavirus on her computer, dude.
I'm telling you. She's probably got some STDs on that shit from watching Pornhub or something.
You can't get it. You can't get.
I downloaded one thing.
Pornhub is a quality internet provider. It's one of those shady ones that off to the side you got to watch.
She said that she downloaded the Bing search engine, for Bing, and I was like, why the fuck would you do that?
Why? I didn't even know they still worked.
I was like, why didn't you just, if you wanted a search engine, why didn't you just download Google Chrome? She's like, well, I wanted to try this one. Like, people would have said it was good if it was good.
Or Ask Jeeves. Do you remember that one? AskJeeves.com. I remember that one from like a long time ago.
Yeah, that lasted.
That was the greatest thing for my childhood. What's people are like, oh, what's 1 + 1? They type.
I don't know what LimeWire is.
LimeWire is where you, after they shut down all the free streaming stuff, it was already gone by the time I went to college, but like Napster and all that, you could still go on LimeWire and download music, but half the time it was like Trojan horses and stuff. It wasn't even like real songs.
That's probably what she did. Look, we've gone global.
Hello from Japan.
I would say, well, I'm gonna say it anyway and embarrass myself and say konnichiwa, but I'm sure it's like whenever white people try to speak Spanish around me and I can't stand it because it's like, hola, amigo. I know Espanol. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. Stop talking like that, please. My first experience with a computer, my mom bought one because we were too poor. She randomly bought one and she laughed that I think it was Gateway, the people that came with the cows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she laughed that they gave her one because my mom runs scams on anybody in the whole world. I can't believe she wasn't arrested. So she was laughing they gave her a computer on credit. She laughed her balls off. And then so one day I'm on there. I don't know how to use a computer. So I'm on there and I start messing with some stuff and downloading stuff. And then I turn the computer off and I walk behind the corner. I'm hiding. And then she clicks like on, and it was because at the time it was AOL because that's all she knew was AOL. She didn't know any other kind of internet provider. Yeah. And it would go like, you have mail or whatever it was. But I changed it to dog. So it says, you got motherfucking mail. Biatch! My mom was like, crazy. She was like screaming the whole house looking for me. Turn that off. And it's like every time it would come on, I never turned it off. I went and visited her like years later from college. I heard her go, you got motherfucking mail, biatch, like that.
Oh shit! Yeah, my brother had a Gateway when they first came out. I remember he was in college and he had got it, and that game Doom, like the movie and all that about it, like that. He got it to play Doom. I swear that's the only reason, because that's all he ever did on it. But I remember staying up one day. I stayed up the entire night until I could play Doom from the first. Like as soon as it started all the way to the end. I played the whole thing with one guy, never died once. But it's always the same. Like when you die, it's the same every time. So I just memorized the whole game and played the whole thing through. It took me all night long.
That's still pretty impressive, even if you memorize the game.
I guess so, yeah.
I have too much ADD to do anything with one life because even if it's a stealth game, like it could be called stealth, and I would just run through their guns are blazing.
Give me some ninja swords and I'll chop it all up.
Like we have I play on Xbox with some friends. We play what is that called? I don't know, one of those games. I can't remember the name of it now. But it's one of those ones where you start off with nothing and you pick up guns and stuff. And Apex or whatever it is. And they have all these skins and stuff, and I don't like it because I know I have ADD and I get distracted. And I'll pick up somebody's gun and it has like shit glowing and stuff. And I just start bitching, and they think it's hilarious. I'm like, man, there's glowing and doodads and shit on this thing. I'm going to be staring at the gun the whole time. I'm not shooting anybody. And they think it's hilarious. So I can't do anything stealthy. One life. No, I just rush in there and start shooting. I would never be able to do that.
When I play those first-person shooter games, I'm like that dude that I try and hide somewhere and wait for somebody to just stop right in front of me.
I'll go 20 and be happy for it because that means I did stuff and fuck those campers. Weapon X says he bought his first computer just to play Doom.
Yeah, and it did. Like I remember it was on a bunch of discs
he said it was on 4 discs. Damn.
Yeah, because like you would have to wait and like. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But I used to play one of the Call of Duty games with my son, and he always wore me out on all them games. Like I don't know what it is, kids in there like they can retain that stuff so fast. But I would always camp in the same spot, but I'd always go to like a spot where there's like bushes or something, and I would lay down and creep up into it and just sit there and wait for him and then try and snipe him. And he knew I was gonna do that, so he would always like he knew where. he knew where I would spawn, and I didn't have a clue where he would because I didn't pay attention. But he would always run and hide like someplace close to wherever I would spawn, and then like just come and like stab me in the back. Stood there one time waiting on him for like 10 minutes, and like he's sitting there next to me. I'm like, when are you gonna come and like I don't even see you, you're not even moving. And he's like, oh, okay. And he like took 2 steps, and I'm laying there in front of him, and he just stabs me. Like, why are you treating me this bad?
I remember there was a group of friends of ours, and it was during Rainbow Six, I think. So it was a long time ago, and there were like 30 or 40 people in this little like friend group thing, and I remember one day I go in there and I join the game, and all I hear is "Desert Eagle, bitch." That's all I hear, and they're not normally like that. They're kind of older guys. Like at the time, I was the youngest guy there, and they don't normally talk trash because they're nice and they don't like it. You know, kids talk trash. And then I just kept hearing that, and then the next day, that group literally splintered, and they weren't speaking to each other. And if you still had one of them on your friends list, then the other group would disown you. They would kick you off their friends list. And I'm like, what kind of weird drama? These guys are all old, because I was probably like 19 and they were like 40. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I finally got the story. What the story was is one of the guys would sneak around and hide in the bushes, and so when they would spawn, because they're playing like 6-on-6. They would go over there and they would be hiding around trying to snipe, and then he would put the gun to the back of their head and scream out, "Desert Eagle, bitch!" and shoot you. And that's all it took. Like, they were playing since the computer days. They had been playing together for like 10 years, and it broke down all friendships for doing that. For hiding behind somebody screaming, "Desert Eagle, bitch!" And all that years of friendship went right down the drain.
I mean, I could just never do it. Like, I was never good enough at playing those games to even sneak up on somebody. Like, I don't know if there's a trick to it, but like, even like I can remember going like where my son was standing there like on the corner of a building, pointing around the corner of it with his gun, waiting for me to come around, and I saw him. So I like walked up really slow behind him with my gun right on him to get it right up on his head. The next thing I know, he just turns around and shoots me.
Yeah, it's probably because your son has turtle beaches and you don't, so he can hear you walking from 1,000 yards away. That's probably why. If your son plays as much as he does, he probably has turtle beaches turned up all the way, and you can hear every footstep that you're taking behind him.
Yeah, and I don't know, because like he would have his Xbox set up in his bedroom, and I had mine in the living room. So I'm not even in the same room as him, so I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. For all I know, he's just sitting there laughing like he doesn't even know.
He's like this.
All the games have kind of stopped that from happening. Yeah, there you go, like that right there. Like what he's showing you. Yeah, and you can hear every word you're saying. They kind of changed that a little bit. Back in the day, the early Call of Duties is really bad. Like, I could tell you, if I had Turtle Beaches turned up loud enough, I could tell you where on the map they were and where they walked, because you could hear the difference between the grasses and the ground and the rocks and everything. Right. Yeah, but in all the newer games, they turned up the ambient music in the background enough where you can't be that particular where they are.
See, that's just freaking next level shit to me. Like, you're trying to play a video game and like, okay, I'm gonna set this claymore right here because I hear somebody clicking their stairs in the next level of the other house.
Because I remember in Call of Duty 4, you could actually talk to each other and tell them, like, somebody would be, because we play Search and Destroy a lot, so you're waiting for somebody to try to come defuse the bomb, and I would hear them, oh, they're in Grandma's house, they walked down the front, they're going out the front door, no, they turn back around, now they're going out the side door, and then somebody would be waiting for them at the side door to shoot them when they come out, and I'd be like this with my headphones, yeah, side door, Grandma's house, like, you can do it, like, it's...
I have a pair of those headphones. I think that's what they are. Yeah.
Well, there's like Astros and Turtle Beaches. There's a bunch of them. Titan or something nonsense. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's probably them.
I got these at Goodwill.
Of course you did, because that's what I want to get at Goodwill. Something's got somebody else's fucking ear gunk all over it. Yeah, that's gross.
No, there's no. Well. There's no ear gunk on these.
Yeah, screw that. I'm not sharing somebody's ear wax with them. Forget all that nonsense.
They're not earbuds. Come on.
Still, nope. Pass.
Some dandruff on there. You know.
A little bit of Ben's wipes. I put a little bit of wipies on there and disinfect.
There, we know a guy who lives in a jungle in an Asian country. I'm not going to say anything, but he's your boy, and you know him very well. That kid plays like 16 hours a day with all that luxurious hair. You're telling me you'd want to share his headphones with him after all that?
I'm sure he wears his hair in a bun when he's gaming.
His little man bun.
And I'm sure he puts it up. He wants to keep it out of his face, you know. I did a bunch of redecorating in my room. You see my guitar? Wait.
I've never seen your room before. Only a little speck.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I had to do a bunch.
I'm on this side. Hold on.
I made a new table to put my press on.
Ooh,
Right
nice.
here. And so to make room for that, I had to move my desk that I made and reorganize stuff. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to redo everything. I took all my slabs off the wall and I'm going to hang them somewhere else. And just put all my art over there. And I where my press was is now boxes. I moved a bunch of boxes over here that were up there.
Yeah.
And they were a pain in the ass to get to. I'm getting all set up, man. Comic Gories. I'm gonna be the winner.
Invest in your channel.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the front of every box what category of comic are in it. That way on Comic Gories, when they name it, I can just go right to that box.
Yeah.
And every book in it will be that.
Yeah.
Even though I've never been on Comic Gories and never even been asked to be on it.
We'll make your own. You know?
Why is
Make
Matt
your own.
in here right now or something?
What? No.
Oh.
No, he told me I could be on it. He would just have to schedule me in.
I get to be Barbarian. I'm on the other side today.
Wait, don't stop.
Go. Yeah. This one is called Savannah.
Oh, nice. I've been to Savannah. The trees have hair.
That was I think the wife bought me this one from the local guitar guy. And she was like, "Here's my budget. What can I get that's a decent acoustic guitar for that?" And I think he basically almost cut it in half just to, the price just to give it to her because he
was like, you really need one.
She was like, "I have $100. Give me a really good acoustic." And he said, "Oh, well, there's none in the store for that price. However, we can work out something for this one."
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Well, Toys R Us sells some guitars. You can get one of theirs, one of them Walmart ones.
You probably can't see it, but this is how much I play it. Can you see the layer of dust? There you go.
Oh, that's common. Yeah.
That's how much I play it.
I didn't hook up my amp. I was gonna hook up my guitar and everything, and just to have it all hooked up where when I play, I don't have to unhook it and move it out of the way because I actually have it all in one spot now. So I forgot to though. Otherwise, I could turn it on and blow your eardrums off.
I'm going to be a stereotypical borderline racist and say that Den knows how to play an instrument really well.
Nope.
If my childhood serves me well with all my friends who may be perhaps of a persuasion, your parents never forced you to master an instrument of some kind?
Nope. I was too busy playing with Power Ranger toys.
That's amazing. All my friends, I would get like 30 minutes to play with them a night, and that'd be it because they're like, "Oh, I just got done with my tutoring section. Now I have to go play the oboe for like 2 hours till my bleed. Then I can maybe come outside and play after that." I'm like, ugh.
I have this weird thing with instruments where like I can usually pick them up and within a little bit of time I'll be able to play them. And my wife knows this, so whenever we go yard sale shopping and stuff, she always reminds me not to buy instruments because I'll just buy any one of them, like the coconut thing. and we went to a yard sale this last weekend, and dude had a trumpet. Like it was a decent trumpet. They only wanted $35 for it. And I picked it up and I pointed it at my wife and I went to blow into it. It didn't have a mouthpiece, so I wasn't really going to, but she's like, "Put that down. You don't need that." Like, come on. I've always wanted to be in a ska band. I can play like,
I was forced to play the trumpet. I think it was like 1 year or 2. And then one summer, I was supposed to empty the band locker that I had, and I didn't not want to play the trumpet anymore. I did not want to play instruments, and I accidentally left it in my locker over the summer, and I didn't tell my parents that I left it there until like a month into the summer vacation. So there was no going back and getting it. It was a dark time during that summer, but it was worth it because I never had to play the trumpet again.
They aren't cheap, especially when you get the ones at school. You get brand new ones. They're not cheap.
It was my stepdad's trumpet, but like he actually played the trumpet, like he actually knew how. Like,
okay,
it was silver, and I'm pretty sure it was some kind of name brand. Like, I'm pretty sure he actually spent money on it. It wasn't the one you rent from the school, but at the time, like all the people in the band also had brass ones. One, I didn't want to be in the band. Like that's the nerds were in the band. I didn't want to be there. I was too cool for the room. I was clearly a pretty big nerd, but at the time I thought I'm too cool to be in the band. And they all had brass ones, and I had the only silver one, so that was even more weird. And it wasn't until like later I realized that's because the trumpet I had was probably more valuable than all of the other ones combined. And I was like, I don't want the silver one. It's different than everybody else's. Like I didn't want.
Yeah, that's the one I picked up was a silver one too, and I would like didn't even bother talking to my wife, and I was gonna be like, but it's a nice one for $35, come on.
It was funny because talking to other people, they would always point out stuff that it was like that's weird, but now knowing about it is probably why. Like I remember the felt when you do the little 3 valves, the felt on that one were like neon green, and they were really thick because they were probably professional because he played in a band.
Yeah.
Professional, and everybody else had those really thin, like black ones you could barely see, and mine would go really fast. And they're like, dude, even the weird, like furry stuff has got like weird colors. Your trumpet's weird, man. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's my stepdad's. I don't know. It's the
I didn't have to pay for it.
Weird. I'm embarrassed. I played the tenor saxophone in the band, and I never wanted to play the tenor saxophone. It was the instrument that my parents chose from. I chose the saxophone before I knew anything about instruments. They chose the tenor saxophone. So I was the only tenor sax, and there was like 12 people that played the regular alto sax. And so like all the way through until like my last year of high school in the band, I didn't play the band the whole way through high school. I dropped out of it, but there was only just me playing this one really big saxophone.
I was gonna say, is it a different size or something?
Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah, it's way bigger, heavier, and like you don't hit the high notes the same. Like it'll hit high notes, but it doesn't. It's more when you think of like the blues sax and stuff like that. Like most of those guys that playing the deeper stuff, they're playing the tenor sax.
Whenever I think of the sax, even though I think it's sax, but I also think it's a clarinet or something. I always think of Kenny G. I can't think of no one else other than when I think of like some kind of wind instrument being played. I can only think of like that little curly kind of Jerry curl looking white guy hair, Kenny G. That's all I can ever think of.
See, he played the alto sax. He played a lot of woodwind instruments.
Oh, I bet he did.
Whenever I think of the saxophone, I think of Tina Turner's sax player. You know who I'm talking about? Like he was in Lost Boys when they first show up at the boardwalk.
Oh, the big buff guy?
I still believe.
He's like,
oh, I still believe.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
I know that's the guy I think of because it was like this big buff, like beefcake dude with playing the saxophone.
You ever see the guy that is it a saxophone? But there's some guy like on YouTube or one of those where he goes around in in malls and inappropriate places, and he plays. I forgot what song it is, but he plays like one of those famous like saxophone songs from like the 80s, and he plays as loud as he can, and like security guards will be chasing his ass everywhere, and he's like running around. And I think he's doing that guy thing. I think he's doing that while he's playing it. And people are losing their mind because it's like at a nice like restaurant, and he'll bust the door and he start playing that thing, and he's like dancing, and people are chasing him everywhere. It's hilarious.
No, I've never seen that.
I'll have to find that and send it to you. It's great.
That would be funny. That would be really hard to play saxophone well while you're running. By the way,
you got caught in that one song, and it was from the 80s.
So you could totally run while you're doing it, but you'd be all out of breath. trying to-
Yeah,
Blowing
but this
it,
is
running,
the
blowing
80s.
it,
And if
running.
you remember correctly from the 80s, there wasn't a lot of complicated music being produced in the 80s. There was a lot of drum kits and one note lines and saxophones.
Yeah, I learned to play by ear. Like when I started playing guitar, my instructor the first year that I owned a guitar taught me how to play by ear. And then from then I could play any instrument by ear. Like I'd pick it up, and once I figured out how to make the notes, I could just play it. And so like with my saxophone, when you remember Axel F from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I played that on my saxophone, like when we would warm up for like band practice or whatever. Like everybody would think it was funny because everybody's playing like all these runs of things that you're supposed to, and I'm playing XLF.
Wolf Blitz, what's happening, man?
Wolf Blitz,
So do you want to show a few books that you might be having for sale next week?
moderator. I'm making everybody moderators right now. We got moderator, we got Ramos.
Listen, concentrate. Your show says auction preview right there.
Chad Fisher,
Auction preview. Do you want to show some books?
moderator.
That's called
the preview.
Clickbait. Telling everybody to show up and you don't give them what they want. You're clickbaiting them.
I was telling them, that dang. Oh yeah. No, it's the preview is that I'm letting everybody know that the Symbiote auction is returning on Tuesday next week. I mean, I can show some stuff, but I didn't pull anything out in particular to
head on a stick.
So yeah, for the guys that just came in here, starting next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go back to doing the Symbiote auctions right here on my channel. So click the little bell. Everybody that's here, click the little bell, and that way you can.
And the guy in 1B right there, he'll be selling stuff too. And no one's ever seen his books. They could be fire, and they could be clangers and bangers on fire. Right there.
Fire clang bangers. He can have some bang clangers.
All of it. He could have it all.
I can show this book.
Show it.
I just knocked them all up.
Do you know what it is, or are you just randomly grabbing a book?
This is letter B.
I knew it. I knew you didn't know what it was.
It's Astonishing X-Men 34. This is a variant cover, and it's letter B, and it's in the $5 round. I think everything just fell. Wait, no, that was the $3 round, not the $5 round. My box right here is less than full, so I just knocked all the books down inside of it. Way to go, Mr. Grell, for telling me to show books.
You say it on your thing, man. What do you want me to do about it?
Come on, gotta get hyped.
I'm gonna start selling these Star Wars Galaxy magazines. I bought them for Mr. Grell over here, but
you're not gonna sell anything. Let's see if we can get you booted off your live already. There you go. There you go. You're missing it, Barbarian. Goddammit.
I know he's thrusting. Because I still believe. Oh, I still believe.
That's all you get. I couldn't do the music in the video. You'll definitely get booted for that. I'll give you just a little taste of the buff saxophone guy thrusting about.
That made it all worth it.
Well, all right.
So how do I know how long we've been on here? Where's the little timer?
It says in the top left corner. It says it right now in your top left corner. It says live 48:59.
Oh, it's in the red box. Okay, good. Gotcha.
Very hard to see.
Hold on.
Weapon X says this is bullshit. He came here for the books and to chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum.
There you go, jerky face.
Your jerky face right there. See? Jerky face.
Jerky face. I'm taking it away now.
Oh, we're not selling Star Wars magazines, you jerks. No, Weapon X. No.
I got some more Star Wars magazines.
No, you do not. He has no Star Wars magazines. These are not the magazines you're looking for.
They are the magazine you're looking for.
Why is that in a box? Is that a box that's supposed to be heading towards Texas? If it is, leave it in the box. There's no reason to open it.
This is a box for Steph going to empty tombs.
Oh, okay. You can show that shit then. Then it's not mine.
He hasn't paid for it yet, though.
Empty
It's only
tombs.
$1.
He hasn't paid for it. He sure is quick to make sure I pay for his stuff. Get him in here.
It's only $1.
Oh, I'll let it slide then.
This box is empty.
Then did you see my Doom last night?
No, I didn't.
What the hell? So you showed up for his show and not mine? You son of a bitch.
Mondays are hard days for me.
Well, I do have like 10 more subscribers than you.
His cape is made of velvet. What is that?
Velvet.
Velvet. It's actually like the stuff that what is that stuff called that like pool tables have? Like felt?
Felt?
I can sell these books. These are your boys.
Oh, you can sell those because he ain't never paying for them. That son of a gun. Plus, it took him 3 years to mail you your book. So, is there any cool Star Wars or Batman in there? Like, how about the first appearance of Damian Wayne? You damn thief! Oh, I don't need that. Howard Duck is not cool.
There's some Shogun Warriors in here.
Shogun Warrior #1.
He paid for this.
How much you pay for that?
He paid cover price for it because I got it from the shop for him.
I'll pay you $1 more than cover price not to send it to him.
Deal.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's your box? I want to show your box so I can sell your books.
Quit showing my books.
Nope, it's Sasquatches, and he hasn't paid for these either. There's some Doom for
What?
$1.
Wow.
All these people
Serious?
make sure I pay them and they all don't pay their own books. Oh,
It's okay, though. I probably didn't tell him to pay for it.
that's going to be.
Oh, wait.
You tell me to pay for my books the day I buy them.
This is a heavy box right here.
That's got to be mine then.
It's got to be yours.
It actually better not be mine because I don't need books. That is my. I want that one because Lando's the coolest. Yeah, I probably need that one too. Okay, so far this is fine. No, you're not selling it though. So far it's fine.
These are all for sale.
No, they're not for sale. These are lies.
These are not for sale.
Yeah, no, nobody wants this garbage. It's Star Wars. Star Wars is terrible. That's what I keep getting told every time I put something on Instagram. Star Wars sucks. So nobody wants this.
Okay, then we won't sell Star Wars books.
Son of a bitch. Nobody likes Doom either. Chad Fisher, be quiet. Don't listen to him. He sits on a throne of lies.
Wait, this isn't Star Wars or Doom.
Is it? Oh, that's even better.
That's Jack Kirby art.
That's great.
It is the king of all kings.
That's a Doctor Strange book. You don't want that. Where's that magazine at? Did I not put it
If
in?
you see the Doctor Strange book, you'll keep it forever because nobody wants Doctor Strange.
There it is. There's another one.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Ooh, steals. Oh, in a bag.
Yeah. That's got a bunch of writing on the front. That means it's a collector's item. I need that.
Got cards in it too.
Yeah. And it comes with cards.
Is it Deadpool?
Buy it now, 15 cents. Just type Ben in the chat. Wait, I don't have to chat up.
No. Do not listen to him. This is not a sanctioned auction.
True
These
First?
lies.
True first, right there.
He's
Not
trying to
Deadpool.
steal your money.
Star Wars Sith versus Jedi.
This terrible book. Nobody likes
I
those
don't know
books.
why I bought all this Star Wars stuff. I don't even like this stuff.
I'm quite aware you don't like it.
I'm gonna start doing commissions. Wait, what am I hooked on here? I realized that I have too many blank covers. So I'm gonna start doing commissions on our auctions, and that's what I'll do. Is you can take a blank cover. Here's a death blow blank cover. Here's a blank cover that's so blank that it doesn't even have a name. Literally, I could say this white piece of paper is a blank cover. I'm gonna draw on it.
This has always been his channel, Weapon X. His channel is the site B to the empire of our YouTube company here.
I can't
This
even
is Site
find
B.
Barbarian on YouTube.
This is House of X. Blank. You just tell me what to draw on it, and here's the power of X blank. and we'll draw on them.
Whoa! So the commission's for you to draw stuff?
Yeah.
Do you even like read, bro?
This is another piece of paper. I got a couple of these that I'll draw on for you. I do really good balloon art.
Oh, I just happen to have one here in my
These.
Doctor Strange.
Draw that on here. That would be. Oh, hey, look at this. Another blank one.
Looks like the Hulk. All right, no. Star Wars.
Does it say Star Wars, you son of a bitch? You better not say Star Wars. It's in the wrong box.
I need to set this out because this is actually the next one I'm doing. No, it's gonna be awesome. I have the idea already out. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be super. It's gonna be amazing.
Say what it's gonna be because you're a jerk. It's gonna be an amazing drawing, but it's gonna be like Jean-Luc Picard or some shit, and you're gonna swear to God it's Star Wars. I know exactly what you're gonna do, and I don't want to hear it. I know what you're gonna do.
It's gonna be Boba Fett, and he's gonna have a little communicator and it's phaser. It's gonna say, "Hit me up, Scotty."
It's gonna be like Obi-Wan Kenobi with like
he's gonna be covered in tribbles to the point where he looks like a Sasquatch.
What are they called? What is the elf guy? What is his people called?
Vulcans.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like a Jedi that's a Vulcan or something. He's gonna be going like this. May the force be with you with some kind of Vulcan.
I'll draw a picture of Yoda trying to do that. Like all confused.
He's like, he only got 4 fingers, so it'd be really hard. He's like,
I think he only has 3 fingers, doesn't he?
Yeah,
maybe
like
3. Yeah, I don't know.
Like a Ninja Turtle kind of a thing.
I'll tell you.
You've already dropped in the Power Rangers. Now you're dropping the Ninja Turtles too. You're just going all around the board.
Yeah, of course.
I have never watched an episode of Power Rangers in my entire life. I'm not against Power Rangers. Doesn't he have a thumb though?
Nope. He's got 1 thumb and 2 fingers.
Are you sure?
Dude, it's right. It's not like I bit it off as a kid. That's just how it is.
Let me see the other hand. That one looks gnarly.
It has the kung fu grip, and it's a little bit worn. So
1, I see 3 and a thumb.
No, you do not.
Well, I see a thumb and 2 fingers.
2 fingers and a thumb.
And then 3 toes.
How many toes does he have? Count the toes.
3.
Ooh, that is weird. That's an original one, huh?
Yes, it is. It's freaking awesome.
Put that in my box.
I got this at a yard sale.
Put that in my box.
I think I paid $25 for it. He's missing everything. He's my little G. He's an OG dude. I'm gonna sit him right here on my laptop, even though you can't see that he's there.
No, put it in my box. You don't collect figs, dude.
Dude, don't even. See, he can even sit down.
I showed the boys these cool Marvel ones, and they just said those aren't Star Wars and walked away. So failed.
Go get 1 Star Wars figures for you, all right, I'll be right back.
Oh, don't you?
Oh, he's gonna show off something, isn't he?
He's going to show off, and he just wants to see my blood pressure rise. He just wants to see me start going.
We know how it is with the dudes in our club. The Asian dudes and showing off stuff.
Oh, they always show off. You got that damn Wizza. He's a damn rich.
They always got to one-up everything. I'll tell you what.
Did you see Wizza that day when I was talking about how much money he made? So he had his whole backyard was like turned into a forest. And then he was like, well, it's not just me. And my wife's a doctor too. And I was like, what a jerk. What a really jerky way to to brag about your wife. And whenever somebody's like, wow, that's fun being a rich doctor. Yeah, it's almost as fun as being married to one too.
And next we find out that all of his daughters are teenage supermodels that are actresses and bring home all the bacon.
Wizard would like that.
So went to Disneyland in June. I don't know if do you have one of these already?
No, I don't.
No,
I live in Texas. Do you really think? And I'm poor. Do you really think I made it to Disneyland or World?
These were
what is it?
$10. So at Disneyland they have these little things. It's you have even Coke or Sprite.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a Coke, isn't it? Usually?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a thermal detonator, of course, Barbarian.
Yeah. So
see, I was gonna say that it looks kind of like one of those really old fire extinguishers that they had back in You know, like
because that is the swap meeting. You're always looking for junk. No,
yeah,
Leia, when she was the thing, she had one of those. She pretended like she was gonna set it off, and Jabba the Hutt went ho 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 Han Solo.
Misa Jova.
Did you ever collect these things from like the Disney store?
Again, I don't have a Disney store, but yes.
In the mall, come on.
You think he's got Disney money?
At the mall?
When I walk by the Disney store, they look at my white trash ass and say, "Keep walking, fella. The damn food court's
Move
down
along.
the way there. No,
Move
don't
along.
even come in here. You ain't got the money to step in the damn Disney store." No, but I do have a fin, and it's actually made of metal.
Yeah,
Right?
So the die-cast ones. Yeah,
Yeah, the
this is
diecast one.
Yeah, the
And the
die-cast.
funny thing was, I bought that for like $1 because I was in there buying something for my daughter, and I said, "Oh, that's sad. None of the Star Wars stuff is selling." And the old lady said, "Yeah, they told us if nothing sells by next week, we have to put it on sale, but they didn't tell us the price." So I jokingly said, "I'll give you $1 for it," and she said, "Oh, okay." So I got it for $1.
I got this for Christmas a couple years ago.
Oh,
That's
that
pretty
is
cool.
cool.
I thought about opening it up to eat the Pez inside of it.
I don't like what they did to my my most favorite character because I don't think that he did a good portrayal of him, but I still think it was okay shit movie.
This is from the Han Solo movie.
Lando Calrissian is basically the most amazing space pimp in the history of the world, and that guy turned him into something else. I mean, he was cool, but he wasn't a cool ass space pimp.
This is from Revenge of the Sith when it came out in like 2005. I have not opened it. I just love the packaging so much.
Did you buy it new?
I bought it when it was like in the store at Kmart.
And you've left it like that? That's awesome.
I
Good,
left it like that. I just love the
I
packaging.
sent one of those to you, Mr. Grow.
I do. I still have it. It's actually in my closet because the boys like playing with Darth Vader, and that's why my Darth Vader is had both of his arms chopped off. Of course, accidentally. They have no idea how it happened, Dad. It just
Movie
fell right off.
They
It
just
just had to
fall
be.
off.
It is he's keep having to lose the same hand he lost in the movie, but it's strictly an accident, Dad. I didn't do that on purpose. So I left yours in the box until they lose the hand finally, and then I'll break that one out and give it to them. That and also all of the battle droids, the Roger Rogers, they lose their head constantly, and he swears to God they just fall off. Dad, I don't know about it. They just fall. Yeah,
Give it to me like this, Dad. I don't know.
yeah. He goes, "Oh, it doesn't have a head, Dad. It doesn't have a head." I'm like, "No, none of them do, son. Where are their heads?" I don't know. I think they just pop right off. No, they don't. You shoot them off. I know what you're doing. You're pretending that you shot all their heads off. I know what happens. But I have to do it really quietly when I complain because the wife gets all like scared that he's shooting heads off. She thinks it's like he's gonna grow up to be a killer. It scares me.
I don't have any more cool Star Wars stuff.
That's because you're not cool.
Yeah, that's all I have. Only
Oh, I did find. I think I already showed this box. I did show that box of stuff. It's not for sale, so I'm not going to show it on here because people will want to buy it all, and I don't want to sell it.
I have so much Star Wars stuff. I was on a show dedicated to showing Star Wars toys, and I didn't even make it through 25% of it. Here's one left over. And this one has sounds.
Which one is that? Which movie?
Did you ask what this is?
No, like because every store they release a Millennium Falcon. Which one did that come out?
It even has headlights. It has a handle, so that way the boys, when they run through the house doing this, then they end up falling down anyway and breaking pieces off of it. But they don't know where it is. I saw them come here look for it earlier, and I have it sitting back here because this is what I did when I did that show. I just left it over here, and I saw them looking for it. And they don't know where it is, and it's like hidden over here, so they can't find it yet.
I found some Scotty Young covers that I didn't have.
I bet you can find all those Scotty Young covers really easily because you're probably the only one searching for them.
They were in the dollar bin.
There you go.
Yeah,
I found all this stuff in the dollar bin. These are pretty cool. I found a whole bunch of like newer newsstand. Wait,
that's a good series.
This isn't one of them. Never mind. That's just one I didn't have.
Our band, we were having an amazing, awesome discussion about Star Wars, and you found a way to turn it into Scotty Young and Spider-Man talk. There you go. Oh, that's a good one. I actually like that. Put that in my box.
Okay, so this is going to go up for auction.
Son of a bitch.
There's a Jedi Quest.
That's also in my box. Is
I
that
remember This is the box of stuff that I just put bags and boards on. I think there's some more Star Wars stuff in here. There's another one of them Scotty Youngs. There's a cool Monsters Unleashed variant.
If there was a Scotty Young Star Wars, would you give it to me? Would you keep it for yourself?
There is the Scotty Young Star Wars.
Do you have it?
I don't have it, so no, I would keep the first one. If I got a second one, though, I would sell it to you. I mean, give it to you.
Selfish.
I'm not selfish. Here's the first appearance of Zartan. I got that out of the dollar bill.
When I was a kid, like legitimately, I'm not afraid to admit this. He actually scared the piss out of me, Zartan. Like when I first saw him in the cartoon, I don't know. I guess it was his voice or something. When I was a little kid, I was scared to death of Zartan. I thought that was like the scariest fucking person. I thought the Cobra Commander was hilarious, but I thought Zartan was scary as shit. I don't know why.
I got. Where's the other one? I thought
Skeletor was.
These are going to be ones that I do when we do our giveaway winner.
I
Got a couple Mike Zeck.
G.I. Joe and X-Men.
John Beatty.
Hey, that's Taskmaster. That's cool. I didn't know he was a Joe.
G.I. Taskmaster.
G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, I guess if I would hit the lottery, and then the X-Men, the original run, it would be one I would like to collect if I had space and money.
Okay.
G.I. Joe has 750,000 issues in that one run, I feel like.
I got a whole bunch of these Volume 2 Amazing Spider-Man newsstands.
Hey, Barbarian, do you remember when me and you were talking about like 6 months ago and you were telling me you basically couldn't give away G.I. Joe?
I know, right?
What the hell happened? Because now I feel like everybody's Instagram is full of them. Oh, I'm searching down all these G.I. Joes. Anybody have it? I'm like, where were you 6 months ago?
Why is that?
I don't know.
And I mean, I can understand like if you're trying to put the run together or something, but I mean, there are some rare ones, but there's also like there's a whole bunch that they just made a shit ton of them and second prints of them, and I don't know.
Because I remember we were talking about that, and you were like, "Well, do you want to buy these Star Wars? I mean, these GI Joes off of me?" And I was like, "Yeah, at some point, but let me get some space because they're not going anywhere. Nobody's buying GI Joe, and I'll be a monkey's uncle if people are buying GI Joe everywhere."
Yeah, there's another. I found a bunch of these like they're really low print newsstands. Yeah, for real. Like I haven't sold any of my GI Joes, but I've had 2 people reach out to me. Because I basically was like, I'm going to get rid of this run because I don't feel like finishing it. And so like over half of the run has been claimed, but no one has actually bought them. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
It was like that. And we had that conversation about Darkwing Duck too. Because I remember like 8 months ago, somebody brought up DuckTales and we were trying to name off characters. And I said Darkwing Duck and like, what was his name? Gyro, I think was another character on DuckTales. And people were like, oh, I totally forgot about Darkwing Duck. I totally forgot.
Tailspin?
Huh?
Talking about like Tailspins? Like that was at one of those cartoons around that same.
Yeah, DuckTales and Tailspin. DuckTales is the one I was talking about. DuckTales. But anyway, and I remember like nobody even knew what the hell I was talking about. And it was on a pretty big show. I can't remember if it was John's, Comics Kids, Bueller or something. And now I feel like I'm seeing freaking Darkwing Duck everywhere I turn around. There's somebody talking about Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, I saw Thorough selling a bunch of stuff that was Darkwing Duck in his auction, and that was like I don't know if that sparked it or what, but.
And the other thing is Power Rangers. Are Power Rangers, were they really that cool? That people are spending like $100 for some damn like
that's all
Ranger exclusive. Were they really that cool? Honestly,
yeah. You know, it was ahead of its time because when the reason why Power Rangers got very cool is because it was dinosaur themed. And I think within the same year, Jurassic Park came out, so kids were like, "Ooh, we got some Jurassic Park," and then we got Power Rangers. So like, "Ooh, 2 dinosaurs." So you know, that's how it was.
Did you just say it was ahead of its time? It was a bunch of Japanese men in costumes.
Yeah, for
they steal it from like stuff that was already there.
Yeah.
They just basically like
blended it together.
Did you ever see?
Yeah. They like
never
the
watched
Americans and didn't take out the original people were still in the suits. And
Yeah, that was always weird that like they try to add girls who had boobs, and yet when they would go into their actual fighting stuff, all of a sudden it was clearly like 6 men that were like half the size of the men that were supposed to be those people in the costumes. But did you ever see like I've never seen like I said I've never seen a Power Rangers in my life, but I did see like the making of it or something. Did you see that guy? The guy who brought Power Rangers to America was like literally watching TV in like business
in Japan? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
that's
can do
pretty
that.
funny. I think I might try to bring that to America. And I was like, what?
I'm gonna steal this.
Stan Lee tried to do it, but they laughed. They were like, "Get out of these offices! You can't do it."
And they thought it was so ridiculous. And I think he didn't even pay much at all or anything for the licensing because they thought it was such a ridiculous idea. And it's like, that's why I'm poor and I will always be poor. Because if anybody ever came to me and was like, hey, I'm starting this thing, it's like Apple. And this means all computers. I'm like, dude, you don't know nothing about computers. Don't bring that shit to me. I ain't wasting my money on that. Like, I never take chances like that. I would never do that.
Is this Chad Fisher? If you're still here, is that worth money or something?
Chad Fisher, be quiet. No, it's not worth money. Put it in my box. Chad Fisher just
Money, I'll sell it. I mean, I got to pay for all these AOKs somehow.
No, put it in my box. It's not worth anything. It's worth a friendship, and it's worth how happy it's gonna make me when I open it and see it. That's what it's worth to you.
Yeah, but it's really low grade. It's not. It's got spine ticks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Missing a stamp.
No, you don't want this.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
fine.
You
It
don't
came
want
from you.
low grade. I couldn't give you.
He said no. He just likes Star Wars. See, it's. Don't worry about this,
There's like a signature on it, Lucas George.
dude. There is no Star Wars comics that are worth money except for the first one, and like, if there's some kind of hot list going on right now, like Ahsoka's first appearance is worth money when it wasn't a week.
Here? Is that her first appearance in
It
here?
is not. It is. That is Clone
Could you
Wars.
tell me if it was?
I would tell you it's Clone Wars, and it's not Clone Wars. I don't
Is
even
it
like
Clone Wars?
Lucidia, okay? So I probably would tell you if it was a expensive one.
If
Now I might tell you it's worth $100.
You guilt me into giving it to you.
I might tell you it's worth $100. Was actually worth $300 and buy it off of you. But I would definitely tell you it's worth some kind of money.
Well, if I only paid $1 for it, I guess I would be okay with that.
And
How's
there's no
it
guilty.
worth books? It's just you're already over 10 books. You know that, right?
I've
You're
already.
already to the $15 shipper, and you haven't even paid for any of these.
Oh, I'm not paying for any of those.
I know that's what I'm saying. You're like, no, don't sell that to pay for.
I've
any of
always told you if you could sell it and make money to sell it. I've always told you that.
So if I can sell this near mint copy of Droids #1, near mint, perfect black cover.
That one I might have to guilt a little bit and or offer what I think I could possibly pay for because that Droids one is pretty cool.
It's raining.
Remember, Andy, all right?
No, yeah, I just started hearing something out. I was like, what the hell's that? But it's raining outside.
It's Santa Claus.
Okay, here they go in the box.
Dan, what do you collect? What is your crack for comic books? Don't say Asian women because that's inappropriate right now. I've seen your posts.
What posts? I don't know what you're talking about. The daily posts. For comics, right now it's just Venom. All my comics are just in my room in a box. That's it. I want to get them out, but ever since we haven't bought any new books on Wednesdays, it's just nothing. So
This gives you
Yes.
time to read the ones you have.
I've read all of my comics already. I'm just reading things on the Marvel app, the Unlimited app. There's
Really?
stuff on there right now.
Let me tell you something. You got to pay for that.
All the comics in your collection, you've read them all?
Yeah.
Damn, that's like seriously, that's a super rare thing.
Barbarian. He
Definitely
doesn't go.
not say the same.
He doesn't
go
go to
out.
a comic book store with a special invite to buy all their dollar books up in one day. He buys what he wants to read.
Well, I mean, I buy stuff that I think is awesome.
Most of it I read online anyway, so it's like, just
Yeah.
read it there.
Once I got my hands on a sweet tablet, I read a lot online now. I almost prefer it just because I can read it and I don't have to worry about if I dropped it or something. Or if I'm drinking a Coke, I don't have to worry about spilling it. I can just read it and enjoy it. Because I remember when I first got back into it, I had a Venom, like #1 or whatever, and I was reading it, right? and my sweaty fat hands, I pull the book back and I can see like fingerprints because they use that crappy stuff. And I was like, what? So then every time I'd read a book, I was like this, like barely touching it.
Wearing gloves too.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this.
Yeah,
So
I've
I'm
gone
buying
through,
2 copies just so I could read one and shit it up, and then have the other one. And this is silly.
back at whenever it was like 10 or 12 years ago when I was buying all the new stuff. I noticed that like I would read everything I bought. I'd still do that. Like if I buy new stuff, like new that week stuff, I read all that if I can. Like I try and keep up with it. But back then I was reading every single thing. And I remember I had it was Amazing Spider-Man 600. It's an all red cover. And I read the whole thing, closed it up when I got done and looked at my hands, and it looked like I had like literally like
Murder someone.
snapping something. Like my hands were just beat red. And I'm like, what the fuck is all this? And then I look at the cover of the book and it's just fingerprints all over the whole front cover. I still have it because it's the only copy I have, but it just looks terrible because all that ink came off on my hands. So now I got to find another one of those.
It's okay. They only charge us $5 for every copy, so why would you need to make sure it's quality paper or anything?
Right? Yeah. It's like maybe it should have sat for like another day or two to let the ink dry.
It's funny because I remember like Issues in our chat was bitching because like Alterna or whatever the hell the name of that comic book company is, they print on like newspaper paper, and he was like almost making fun of him. Like, what do I care? Because I can actually probably read that and not have to worry about a smudge on some high-end, high glossy paper. That's like I don't care if I'm reading it because I can print it on toilet paper as long as I get through the book.
Yeah,
they don't charge like $1 or whatever for their books. I'll freaking.
I think it's Vampire State Building, maybe. I think that's which book it was, but it's a new book, and I swear that they print like everything on cardstock. Like even the interiors are like thicker paper, and when you touch it, like you can almost feel like it almost feels like you could dig your finger into the ink. Like it's just so I can't stand it. Like those are the ones like when I read them, I literally just lay them on a table and I flip the pages and let it sit there. And it's I'm scared to touch them because like it just feels like the ink's just gonna come right off on you.
Yeah, there was I used to take them to work and read them, and I did that exact same thing where I had it sitting there on the thing so that way I wouldn't touch it. And that way the phone would ring, I could just grab the phone and leave it open so I didn't touch it. And one time I was at the corner of my eye, I just caught it, and I had put a Diet Coke in it, and at the office it's the table is granite or whatever, and I put Diet Coke and I could see the little condensation line. And it was like a few millimeters away from the book. And I was like, son of a bitch. And I looked. I was like, I can't do that anymore because that next time I won't notice the little freaking drop heading my way.
You need to get a coaster.
Do I look like a person who actually uses coasters?
Get a nice cork coaster that absorbs the moisture.
I'm the kind that if the wife set a coaster down next to me, I would pick it up off the coaster and set it at 1 inch away from it and put it back down again. I'm that kind of jerk.
You're a heathen.
Just like right now, she was down there, she'll scream in a minute because I just made tea, and I literally I use Splenda. I literally put the Splenda package on the island, and if you just went like this with your hand, it would go into the trash can. But I don't put in the trash can. I put it on the island. It's the little things. It's the little things in America that you got to do. Like I don't win the war. I don't even come close to winning. It's the little annoyances. The only thing keeps me sane. Going, why? Why is this here? It's 1 inch away from the trash can. And I just kind of smile and walk away.
That's the same thing I do at my house. But the opposite. Like I'm your wife in that position. Like my wife will use the Keurig to make coffee. She'll take the old used Keurig cup out and she'll set it on the table next to the Keurig.
There you go.
Make her coffee and then walk past the garbage can to leave the room. Pick up there's literally like a freaking pyramid of used Keurig cups where she's like stacking them up all nice and neat. It's like, throw that shit away. You're walking past the garbage.
I'm almost convinced that when we first started dating, my wife didn't yell at me because she didn't know if maybe I was special. when we were like boyfriend girlfriends because I would do stuff like that, and I think that she probably thought like she was probably questioning it, and then one day it finally clicked. Oh no, he's just a jerk. Like it's not that he doesn't understand where the trash can is. He's just a freaking jerk. Like it took her a second.
Is he special?
And then it clicked, and then so that one day, because I would see her look at me, and then she would kind of pick it up and throw it away, wouldn't say anything, but she'd always kind of look at me funny. And then one day she was like, "Why is this here?" And I'm like, "I don't know." She goes, "Why isn't the trash can?" And I didn't say anything, but I smiled, and like she just stared at me for like 5 minutes, and it was like I think all the different things was running through her head, and she was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, you're a dick.
Like she has really bad OCD, so I like to screw with her. So like even rolling, she can't hear this because to this day I deny it, but it's true. I hope that God she never sees this video. So she rolls the chip bags a certain way, and I will go behind her and I will unroll all of them the other way on purpose. I'll even put the clip just the perfect way where she has it, and then she'll come in there and she'll be like, "What? Why are the chip bags like this?" And I'm like, "Why does it matter which way they're rolled? It doesn't, but they're not supposed to roll like this." I'm like, "Is there a rule which way they roll?" And and for like 20 years, she has accused me of rolling it on purpose the other way. And I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't do it anyway. I just how it rolls. I don't know what you're talking about."
I'm the same way your wife is. Everything like that has a perfect way to do it. And why would you do it anyway with the perfect way? Like you got to fold the corners in, then you roll the top down a couple of times, then you clip it.
I don't remember how it's rolled. It's either rolled forward or rolled backwards, but whichever way she rolls, I'll go in there after dinner when everybody's asleep and I'll unroll all the chip bags and I'll roll them back the other way.
So you're a dick.
You're a monster. You're a monster.
I always say you spend more time setting stuff up to piss me off than if you had just done it right in the first place. I'm like, that is right. That was my goal to freaking make
recognizing my work. Thank you for appreciating my talents.
Or the
cereal different? Like, is she have a special way to open the cereal box?
I don't think so. I haven't noticed that one.
See, I have this weird thing where, like, when I open cereal boxes, the box has to be facing me, and I have to open it to the right side. So when you pick it up and pour it with your left hand, because I'm left-handed, the box is facing me. And so whenever anybody opens it backwards, I go to the trouble of pulling the bag out and flipping it around and sticking it in. It's just my OCD. Like, it's a weird thing that it bugs me if I don't.
But the best part is I screw with her OCD at work because she can't say anything. She can't say anything. So here's one thing she'll do. We have our program up that shows everybody patient. You could be her mom who walks to the door. She has to lean over my shoulder and she has to click, "Hello, short box." And she has to click on the name of the person coming in. She has to do it. She has to. It's OCD thing. And so I'll wait for her to go to click on that person's name, and then I'll move the mouse away and not let her have it so she can't click on the person's name. And it'll make her freeze because she doesn't know what to do because her OCD won't let her leave from that spot. So she'll go, "Please put it on there." Like, she's trying to be really nice. And I'm like, "What? Your patient's ready, Dr. Brooks, go." And she's just there, and you can see her like start to shake. In the last second, I'll move it over and click on it for her. Oh, it's good. It's good times.
You're not helping anything. You know that, right?
Then I found out, I'm helping. I'm helping her to get over OCD or make it worse.
No, it doesn't help.
Guess what I found out? There's a button on my phone at the front desk that can page her in the office. That makes a horrible beep noise in there. And so, I found that out. And I think she always knew about it, but she tried to ignore it. And now when somebody walks in, there's only 2 of us in the office, and she's about 2 feet behind me. And I still go, beep. And she's like, "Yeah, Dr. Brooks, your patient's here." And she's like, "Okay, I'll be there in just a minute." And then I'll wait a second, and I'll go, beep. "Dr. Brooks, can you hear me? Your patient's here." She goes, "I hear you. I'll be there in just a second." And I'm beep. "Dr. Brooks are still here." And the funny part is the patients will laugh the entire time. They never say, "You're being mean, stop." They just laugh. And you hear go, "I hear you. I'll be right there." Matter. Oh, it's good stuff. It's the only way I make it. I've been working there for 2 years, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I haven't got paid a nickel. That's the only way I can make it through this. Antagonize the hell out of her the whole time.
You don't get paid in money. You get paid in laughter.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. It's just antagonizer is the only way. That's the only way I can make it through the day. Also, do you remember that time that we did an auction and I was at work? The one time I did an auction, nobody bought my one book And so I shut that shit down. I'll never do an auction again because nobody bought me that book from me that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still sitting in the extra room at the office, the exact same way I left. There's a ladder with like a thing hanging over where my phone was. The last book I had for sale is still sitting there, and all the other books are spread out, and I have not touched it. And she walks by it all the time and looks in there to see if I've moved it, and I haven't moved it. And she just closes it back, and I'm waiting for her to say something, but she's trying not to say something. So I'm gonna be like, "What's the problem? It's a room we don't use," and she knows I'm setting her up, so she just like quietly closes it, and I can see her just like kind of breathe, and then walks off.
What you should do is go in there and change the books, but leave books out there.
Just change everything slightly.
Just go in there and like change out all the books with different books. But
she would notice that. I don't think she would notice that. She's more concerned about the fact that room, although it's basically a room we stick stuff that we don't need right now because nobody's in there. It's still in her way. It's still right where it needs to be, like the boxes. Because the IT guy told us not throwing the boxes away. He told me for a month. I told her, he said never throw them away. That's another little thing I got on her. She's still storing all the boxes from when we opened. For 2 years, she's been storing them in that room. Because I told her, the IT guy said, don't throw the boxes away. He said, don't throw them away for like a month. Let's make sure everything works. That way you can send it back. And I said, sure. So she goes to me one day, he goes, when are these boxes supposed to be out of here? I said, I don't know. The IT guy said, don't ever get rid of them. He said, don't do it. And she was like, oh, okay. So I still pile up to the ceiling with like computer boxes and monitor boxes.
You really are a dick.
Yeah. It's good times.
The fact that you're still married just blows my mind.
That's because that's like 1% of our marriage. The other 99% is basically whatever she wants, she gets. So that's how it evens out.
Okay, so that's like payday. All this stuff is.
She's an only child, and she's very sweet. So when I say she's a spoiled brat, I mean that in a nice way because she doesn't know any better. But growing up, she's an only child, and so she got whatever she wanted. I mean, she literally got a pony when she was a kid. She had ponies. She literally got swimming pool, and so she do what?
You didn't get a pony?
No, I never got a pony. No.
Not everybody got a pony.
I got a unicorn.
Pony, Dan?
So she was like an equestrian. And one year she was complaining because she had to go to the public pool and like, oh my God, who wants to do that? So her grandpa put a swimming pool in before the end of the summer for her to have in her backyard. It's like, so when you grow up that way, you're kind of damaged. You know what I mean? When you don't mean to be. She's a great person. She's a good person. She's probably the nicest person I've ever met. But you still don't have an outlook like normal people. And so she still kind of expects to get her way, even though she's nice about it. And so she'll ask me, like, she does stuff like, hey, can we go to mom's this weekend? I'm like, no, I don't want to go to your mom's house. Oh, okay. And then Wednesday, she'll say, hey, do you want to go to mom's? And I'm like, no. Thursday, hey, if we're not doing anything, can we go to mom's this weekend? I'm like, no, you can't go to your mom's. And then by Saturday, she's like, hey, you want to go to mom's? I'm like, yeah. Are we going on Sunday? She goes, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And I'm like, but I've been saying no for 6 straight days. But by Sunday, she gets her way anyway. So that's the only way I can keep my sanity is antagonize the shit out of her on the 7th day. That's the only way I can keep it.
I go to my mother-in-law's house every single Sunday. Well, now that I've been every other, but as long as I've been married, we've spent every Sunday at my mother-in-law's for dinner.
No.
Every single one. I sit on the couch and I watch TV.
I tell my wife every time, she'll say, "Are this time are you gonna go?" I say, "Your mom likes me better when I don't go. I'm doing her a favor and giving her a gift by not going and just sending you and her grandkids. Trust me, she doesn't ask where I am, and she's not mad that I'm not there. Trust me."
Oh my God.
That was weird. My video froze up on the actual video for some reason. And I thought that it kicked me off because I've been on here for an hour and a half. They're like, you're wearing it out. You just got it. It's a new thing. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, if you play with it too much, it stops working, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah, so don't play with it that much. Anyway, we've been on here for an hour and a half now. So I think as far as all the doodads and the doohickeys that I know how to do, I know how to do them. I know how to click on people's things. You're going to have to show me how to do it where all of our names pop up. Because I don't know what you mean by there's a thing I can select?
I think it's when you first set it up.
Okay.
So there might be some settings you need to do.
Yeah, at the very beginning, I think there's like a button you click that says like allow people to put their name on it or something.
Oh, I thought I had that. I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. Ow. I got a splinter in my finger from building my own table. So anyway,
All right.
from this moment forward are symbiote nights.
Let me ask you a question. If you're the only member of the symbiote selling, is it still a symbiote auction, or wouldn't this better be called a barbarian kung fu auction?
If he's hosting it,
That's
he's
semantics.
This is the barbarian kung fu auction and selling channel.
If people from the club don't want to sell anymore, then it seems like they would have told me.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, it's Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until we're done, which is usually around 11 on my channel. So everybody click the bell, ring the bell, and sub up and share with your friends. Who you on top of? Oh, this is the Dens. It's my secretary. He does all my light work.
Gotta make sure you get all those books signed.
That's right, and he was handy with like getting the sweat off my brow, like a surgeon. Yeah.
Get your Pepsi.
Yep. I couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
No, he actually did tell me that. I asked him how it went. And he said, "Man, if Den didn't show up there and help me out, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff I would have done." Oh yeah, Short Box. Tell him thank you, you jerk, because that's who helped get your book signed. Short Box.
Yeah, he was running other errands while I was getting the Creighton Crane stuff. Creighton Crane.
Clayton.
The Creighton Crane stuff signed. But yeah, we had a lot of Kirkham. We had a lot of Kirkham incidents to go and deal with. God damn that dude. He made it hard. Anyway.
I'm always so sweet and nice to Short Box. She's always got some shit to say. You ever notice that? Like it's unnecessary. I'm always like, "Hey, Shorty, my friend, my buddy, my pal," and she's like, "Shut up, G." You see what I'm saying? It's unnecessary.
She uses you as a punching bag, and that's what it is. I think.
It's true.
You're her.
It's hurtful. It's
outlet, her aggression outlet. It's some people like you just got to be that for somebody, and that's being
bad because I have better Venom books than her, and she can't handle it. She has envy. She has Venom envy.
Hey, I wonder if she saw the Venom book I just got. Did you bitch at me for getting it?
Are you talking about your Brawl Venom shirt? We saw that last night.
Wait, is it at this end? Where'd it go?
It's in my box. Look in my box.
No, it's not. It's in my box.
Son of a bitch. I told you I'd buy this off of you. Why don't you put it in my box?
Because it's not for sale.
Oh, Barbarian, if I know you, everything's for sale.
Everything has a price.
There you go. Venom 2.
Yes, I need this book.
No, I bought it for me.
You don't want it.
I bought it for me to keep.
Dan, let me say this. I'm glad he found a book that he likes, so I'm going to put that out there just so he knows. Here's the jerk move he did, though. I didn't know he had this book. And I said, we were talking about comic books, and I said, if I give some space and money, I probably actually want to chase that Venom run because I have the trades for it. But I was like, I want to get in real comic books. This guy says, which one? Like, he don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Then he pulls that shit out on the show. I'm like, wait a minute. That's the exact run I'm talking about. He starts laughing, and the whole time I'm trying to explain to him which Venom run I'm talking about, and he's holding it in his damn hand.
And I only have one from that whole run. That whole run.
If you haven't read that, though, it actually really is good. I have volume. I don't know if it's past volume 1 and 2, but I have 1 and 2. And
this is the Agent Venom stuff, right?
What?
That's why I was trying to ask which run it was, because this is like the Agent Venom.
Yeah, it's the one where he loses his. He ain't got no legs, so he has to use
Yeah.
venom.
Okay.
See, Flash Thompson. That's
Yeah.
who. When I stopped buying new stuff back in like 2010 or 11 or 12, whenever it was, he had just got the symbiote back then, and so I knew that Flash Thompson had the Venom symbiote, and I knew he had blown his legs off and all that stuff. But I didn't ever read any of this because
Yeah, it's pretty good because it's like it's good old fashioned Venom mayhem, but at the same time, you do have a little. Now it doesn't go too deep like some of the like the Mr. Miracle where he's whining all the time about a PTSD, but it's just enough where like it actually has some stuff like he has to deal with the fact that he's not what he could be without Venom, and then he has to kind of deal with kind of being addicted to having Venom, and he has his own problems from before. So it does touch enough where it's like you have that little like actual real world. So Marvel's pretty good at that when they use actual writers, not people they found on fucking Twitter. But and so they do. That's one of those good books where you have that real life stuff mixed in with just a good old fashioned beat the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a really good one.
Yeah, maybe I'll read the trade, and if I like it enough, I'll see if I. That's like Venom is a title that anytime I find it, I buy it. Like if I find it cheap, I buy them no matter which one.
But then you don't tell me you have it, and you put it up for sale, and a certain somebody who I'm not going to mention her name usually outbids me, and so it's not fun.
You never have money.
I just said she outbids me. I just said that. Of course, I don't have money.
So, well, yeah. So you're saying like every time you get it, you put it up for sale. Well, yeah, I got to put it up for sale unless I'm going to keep it. I'm keeping it.
I didn't say you were correct in putting it up for sale. I'm just saying she's going to outbid me if you put it up for sale. I'm just putting that out there so you know.
That sounds bad for you, but it sounds good for me, though. Well, on my end, that's a good thing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't like continue to bid. Like you could outbid her. You have that power.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's a different story.
I don't know because sometimes there's been a few books there, especially at the beginning of our little frenemy situation between me and her, where I thought that was a good price. Like you should be happy you got that. And I'm like, you know what? $3 more, suck on a short box. And then she immediately comes back with like $5 over that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do at that point. Yes, but Venom becomes Space Knight. Yeah, he becomes Venom Space Knight. Yeah, I've tried to get those Space Knights off of you too when you find them too.
Yeah, she bought those.
Yeah, I'm quite aware that she bought those.
Hey, I had them on my sale page forever. You never said you wanted them.
It's because I had planned on getting everything at the same time.
You sold them to who? Why didn't you give them to me?
Put that in my box.
It's because I see them and they're not selling. So in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to keep that right there because nobody's buying them. And then when I get a little bit of money or I don't feel guilty for buying comics, I'm going to ask them about them. And then they'll sit there. Nothing happens. And then one day it's like boom, 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 boom. All this shit that I've been looking at this whole time starts disappearing at once. I'm like, what the hell?
You understand why that happens, right? Because I'm not just selling on my selling page. Like everything on my selling page goes in the auctions too.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
If I sell all that stuff in one night in the auctions, it's all coming off the selling page. All that stuff I just posted on the selling page, I need to look and see if I sold any of that. I think I might have sold some of that stuff already. I hope so.
And he also has a secret base full of goodies that he doesn't let anybody see. He let me see it one night, and I was like, "Sweet, I might buy some of those off of you." And he went like this, "No, I'm not selling them." What the hell? Like
toys?
Yes. I said, I goes, "Hey, there's some because I'll get some of the Marvel toys because I like to put them on a display because I have these shelves over here, and I'll get like Gambit with his first appearance." So I was telling him I was looking at some of these. He goes, "Oh, I have some of those." He takes upstairs, shows me this freaking Toys R Us he has up in his hidden spot. And then I'm like, oh, how much think myself selling? Oh, I'm not
They're
selling
not
them.
for sale.
What the hell did I watch you unbox all these for like 2 hours?
It's entertaining.
I just wanted to show you that I have them all. Now I close the box and I go back downstairs. So I was like, what the hell?
Hey, bragging. I mean, I would sell them, but to sell them as anything but like a collection would just break my heart. It'd be so hard to sell. I spent all that effort putting this collection together. joining all these things, these parts to one huge thing. So to like go and sell it all individually, it would be hard. I'd have to sell them all individually.
It would be hard though, because anybody who's still looking to collect those at this point, they've already have. I
Yeah,
don't know how many people are looking to buy the entire collection of Marvel Select.
and I wouldn't get as much either. If I sold it as a collection, I'd get less money.
And then you also know how I feel about that. I'll bitch and whine, but you also know that I don't like buying stuff that's in box because I'm not an inbox person.
Yeah.
So I don't like getting stuff that's in box because I know the people out there who do enjoy that, and I really feel guilty when I rip them open because I'm going to rip them open to show the boys or whatever. And so I feel really guilty when I do that.
That's why it's still in box. I can't take this out.
Yeah. See, if you said, "Hey, I'm going to send this to you," I would say, "Don't," or rip it open at your house, then send it to me because I would feel so guilty. Like Wizard sent me that clone trooper, and my boys saw that because it's a pilot, and they lost their mind because I have a clone ship over there, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna put it in there." I'm like, "No, that box looks like it was never even touched since the day he bought it. I don't know what to do about it." So I just have it in the closet, and I put a thumbnail like a thumbtack way up there on the top, and then I hung it from that thumbtack where they can't get to it until I decide what I'm gonna do. Because I gotta get the guts to like rip it open. Even though Wizard said sell it, burn it, I don't care. I just want it out of my house, and I'm like,
Did I sell the Ultimate Spider-Man? You talking about I sold you the Ultimate Spider-Man short box. You talking about the first Ultimate Moon Knight, that set of 2 books? Is that what you're talking about? Because you bought that.
Well, if she didn't know she bought it, then send it to me, and that way she'll never know any of the difference.
That's one of those weird books that, like, when I found it the first time, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. And then, like, for some reason, I found the pair like 2 or 3 more times right in a row of Ultimate Spider-Man. I think it's 79 and 80, the first Ultimate Moon Knight, the first appearance and first cover.
Short box.
Yeah, I got it.
Short box. Were you just making sure you got it, or were you making sure that I heard that you got it? Like, I'm a little curious as to why you pointed that out. It's just like, oh, I was just making sure I got it. Now, were you, or were you just making sure that I was aware that you got it? Whatever.
Well, what can you do?
All right. Well, you've all been on for an hour and 41 minutes. That's some kind of record.
It is for me.
It is for
live stream.
It is for. Oh, that is freaking weird. I'm on the. See, I immediately went over here because I'm supposed to be on this side of the screen. I'm supposed to be that guy. Woo!
Oh, I didn't put my super chat thing up either. I should have done that.
Jordy ain't worried about you, but I'm glad you know that damn short box.
Yeah, well, we can call it quits. I was just making sure everybody was trying to give everybody a heads up. Maybe some people have will see this on the replay if I figure out how to post it. And does it automatically post up and then you edit it?
Yeah, it automatically posts up in like 16 hours or something.
Yeah, maybe somebody else will catch the news that we're doing the auction. I'm just trying to get the word out there, so spread the word. Anybody that's interested in selling on the auction, just hit me up on Instagram. Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully we get a good turnout. I mean, I've never done anything live before this on my channel, so the chances are it's going to be a slow build. But I do have more subscribers than Mr. Gorell, so.
What a jerk. How? I want to know how, because one time you put a freaking video up of some guy sending you a crappy ass box. That's why. Or I mean, no, those books you were doing with the records, those are actually pretty cool. Other than that, though, it's like how? If you want to see Barbarian, you come to Mr. Gorell's channel. And you have more subscribers than me. That doesn't even make sense. The only way you see Barbarian is to come to my channel.
I've literally been saying for like at least a year, like, don't subscribe to me. Go watch my video, and if you like it, then subscribe to me. It's like, I don't care. But now it's like, yeah, go subscribe to me so we get more people, so more people will come to the auction.
Yeah, at what point, Dan, seriously, we were sitting there, and he was like, we should do a giveaway. And I was like, dude, I don't even make videos on my channel. We just hang out on Mondays, and I'm surprised people would show up. I don't care. And he was like, yeah, And then we were talking about auction. I was like, you know what? I was just thinking how stupid we have been for the last like 2 years by literally telling people don't subscribe to us, subscribe to other people. Because if you ever want to set up an auction channel, it would have been nice if you had like 400 or 500 people to start with.
And then
So maybe we should stop this whole don't subscribe to us, subscribe to people who actually do their YouTube. Maybe that was the bad decision.
I'm so self-conscious when it comes to like all the videos I have made. Like the fact that any of them are still up is like a testament to my laziness. It's like I make these videos and like I told you, I made like 3 different videos and I just erased them after I did all the editing, all the like overlays and everything. Watched it about 50 times. It was just like
I said, why didn't you release it? Why didn't you release it? He said, well, I don't know. I feel like I sound like a jerk. I didn't know what it sounded like. And I said, you have access to me and I got issues. If you wanted an honest opinion, send it to one of us. We would have told you an honest opinion about it, and then you would have known. Like when you have access to jerks who would tell you the truth, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there was a couple of them that just came off like to me, they came off as me like being some snobby know-it-all.
And now that I think about it, even better than that, because me and Issues bark loud, but we're both probably pretty nice people. Old man Parker will definitely tell you what the hell is wrong with your video. I'll tell you right now.
You're like, you're stupid. This is
Old man Parker ain't letting that shit slide if he sees something he don't like in that video. I'll put that right out there.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He'd be like, get this shit out of here. What the
That's stupid. I don't like it. It's about comics. Comics are stupid. Like he would say something. Well, cool. Thank you for having me on your first ever live show.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mike Sanchez is here.
Mike Sanchez.
Sorry. We got one last one before the end of the stream. Mike Sanchez, good to see you in here. Sorry. That's not Corona. That's 20 years of smoking. Yeah, I was just going live to let everybody know we're going to start doing auctions on Tuesday on my channel. Me and some of the old crew from the Symbiote auctions. And anybody that's interested in joining it, hit me up Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Tuesday, right here on Barbarian Kung Fu.
You gotta hit end stream.
I always thought you were gonna play a song.
I don't know how to play. I spent like a year telling you I don't know how to play the guitar, and now you're putting me on the spot saying play us a song. Free bird.